On today's show, Richard Fleek from Minutes Wisely is here to share how his passion project is helping veterans across the country. Gloria Christy from Uncle Dave Making Days will tell us what to expect this year at Murfreesboro's biggest annual event. Plus, check out our 𝗪𝗲𝗄𝗀𝗀 Pet of the Week. You are gonna love him. So grab your matey, kick back, and enjoy the show. Good Morning Murfreesboro for Friday, June 13th, 2025 begins now.
Good morning, Murfreesboro. I'm Lance Chandler.
And I'm Rachel Albertson. Thanks for joining us for another episode where we talk about what makes Murfreesboro shine.
Oh, it is full-blown summertime.
Yay! The pool's open.
The pool's open. You got to spend time at the pool, you know.
Yeah.
I've grown up with a pool. My family's always had a pool and stuff. I'm one of those people like, I can't bake all day. You know what I mean?
No. Well, I mean, if it's at your house, you can go in and out. I do like to get some sun.
Now, my mother-in-law, like, it's like boot camp with her. Like, she'll sit outside from 8 a.m. till the sun goes down, and like,
that's a lot.
And if shade comes out, she's like, gotta move back to the sun. And so you gotta be ready because you're good cooked by the end of the day.
I don't have time for that. No. I used to go out on my lunch break. The joys of working from home, right? I used to take my lunch break and go to the pool, but I have not been able to do that lately, and it makes me sad. Good old vitamin D.
Yeah. The sun is the best source of it, they say.
That's true.
It's way better to get a tan from the sun than a tanning bed.
True. And this summer, there are a lot of events here locally. So we're going to talk about some, but make sure that you guys are checking for the cool events.
Yeah. The cool.
I was just like, it's family friendly. Some of them are free. We have a bunch of details, but definitely get out and support local.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. What's our joke this week?
I got a good one.
Okay.
What's red, black, and white?
I don't know.
A zebra with a sunburn.
Oh, yeah. That's a little relevant, huh?
A little bit.
Well, welcome to Murfreesboro, right? If you have moved here from somewhere else, you may be listening to people talk going, I wonder what that means.
Or you might just not be able to understand it at all.
Right. So every week we have a phrase and a word for you to help you acclimate and becoming more Murfreesboroian or Southern.
Southern.
So this one Neil brought to us. It's hotter than a billy goat in a pepper patch.
That goes with what you were saying earlier with the summer heat that's coming in.
Right.
I mean, it's just dang hot. It's just miserable.
Miserable.
Or, you know, when your AC runs out, you know, in the middle of summer and you can't get the guy out there to fix it, then you're 89 degrees in your house.
I've had that happen.
Hotter than a billy goat in a pepper patch. That's what you are in a house like that.
I would agree with that statement 100%. And their word, now, you know, I joke about being from the West Coast. I would say oil.
Oil.
How do you spell that?
Oil. O-E-L.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I thought it was oil. But here, there's a whole nother way to say the word oil.
Yeah, it's like saying whole without the.
Okay. So
just leave off the.
So if you're going to say olive oil.
Olive oil.
Okay, yeah, it's still the same. I don't know.
It's the same. You just kind of used to it. It's kind of translate. I got them for days. I used to, back in the day, I worked at autos and people called in and asked for a battery.
And a bulb.
A bulb, battery. I got a story. I had one guy come in one time. He was a little cranked up on something.
Yeah. And
he was looking for a bulb. And I gave him the number. They went to his vehicle.
Right.
We went to the shelf and like, I knew where it was at. I worked there.
Right.
But when he saw it, he definitely knew where it was at. And like he was real Southern. Mm-hmm. And he was, it's right here. I was like, I see it. I'll get it for you.
Get it.
He was hyped up.
Yep. Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Like more than an over-caffeinated Rachel.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a Breaking Bad cat. Hyped up. Well, let's talk about what's happening around the country.
Yes, let's do that. So this week is National Forgiveness Week. So forgive me, Lance. I'm sure I've done something.
Forgive me for what I just said. We also have National Roller Coaster Week.
Do you roller coaster? I don't.
So here's the thing. Fun fact about Lance. I busted my eardrum twice playing basketball in high school, and I had to have it rebuilt the second time it was burst. And now when I ride roller coasters, it's not a fun. Like, I thought I would be okay. We went to Epcot a few years ago. We got on, what's it, Mars thing, whatever that they have there. I can't remember what it's called. And it like closes you into like a tiny little spot. And it doesn't even like leave the ground. It's like all G-force and like maybe bounces you up and down and stuff. I had to just.
Not good for you?
Nope, not good. So no roller coasters for me.
I don't like things that go upside down. I'm a wuss. We have Old Time Fiddlers Week, which is going to be relevant
later on in the show.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Then today is National Weed Your Garden Day.
More lawn-related things for you, right? It's World Softball Day.
And tomorrow is Army birthday.
Yes, yep. Also, not related at all, is Monkey Around Day.
Yep, we monkey around a lot. And then on Sunday, it's Father's Day.
Yes, yeah. I know we talked about Easter, we talked about Mother's Day. Do you guys have a family event where there's going to be good food for Father's Day?
Well, we try to kind of make our rounds the best we can and do everything. So we go to my grandparents and stuff and do our best to. It's hard, you know.
It is hard.
My wife's from one state. I'm from Tennessee, and so it's just. It's a big round trip, and we try to get too far out there. So now we just have to pick days.
Yeah. Well, happy Father's Day to all the men out there, whether they're a legal father or guardian or an uncle or just a guy that is a family friend stepping in and taking the shoes of a missing father.
Well, and then later this week on Monday, it's Fresh Veggies Day, which you can pick up at the Saturday market. Get you some fresh veggies for Monday.
And then after you're done eating your veggies, you can have fudge. It's National Fudge Day.
We're gonna have a good fudge maker here in town. Hopefully in a year or so. And then you have World Sea Turtle Day. And I don't know if you noticed last week on the episode we used paper straws. We did. The 17th is Bunker Hill Day. And then on Wednesday, June 18th, it's National Fishing Day. So if you love to fish, get your little relaxation in.
That might be the day. There's a free, you don't have to have a license in Tennessee Day. So check to see if that's the same day. Yeah. I did grow up fishing with my dad.
So yeah, check to see. Don't want to get caught without your license. But if it is, have fun out there. Play hooky from work. Go fishing.
Yeah. Well, it's also National Splurge Day, so splurge on yourself.
Oh, you're not supposed to tell anybody that.
Oh yeah, Taylor, you didn't hear that.
Then Thursday, June 19th, it's Juneteenth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Important day. Also World Sickle Cell Day, which is a pretty painful,
very
awful disease. On this day in 1983, after more than a decade in space, the Pioneer 10, the world's first outer planetary probe, left the outer limits of the known solar system by crossing the orbit of Neptune. At the time, that was our furthest planet. And then the next day, it radioed back its first piece of scientific data on interstellar space. Pretty cool stuff.
I feel like we always have fun space facts on here.
Yeah, Neil is all about it. I think that he wanted to be an astronaut in another life.
Neil's got the NASA events down.
Yes, yeah.
Well, today we got some celebrity birthdays. One of my favorite, and going with that, space-themed event that we had. To infinity and beyond. It's Tim Allen's birthday. He's 72.
72, I can't believe it. Actor Chris Evans, Captain America. Yep. My other boyfriend, he just doesn't know it. He turns 44.
That's the
happy birthday,
babe. And then tomorrow, our 45th and 47th president, Donald Trump, is 79.
Mm-hmm. Sunday, Courtney Cox, an actress, is 61.
Yeah. And then rapper / actor. Yeah. Bust a beat for me, Rachel. It's Ice Cube's birthday. He's turning 56. What great movies! He's just Friday, classic.
Jim Belushi turns 71. 71.
God, that's crazy. And if people don't know this, Jim Belushi is John Belushi's brother.
Correct.
And then a phenomenal actor again, Neil Patrick Harris, Doogie Howser.
I remember Doogie Howser.
Some people might not know Doogie Howser. Barney. From How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
so people really know him.
I thought you were talking about the purple Barney. I'm like, what?
There's a lot of Barneys on TV.
Yeah.
You got the dinosaur, you got How I Met Your Mother, you got Barney Fife. But he's 51.
Wow.
Yeah. This one's Barney Stinson.
Also on June the 15th, it is my daughter's birthday, the one that we talked about last week, who's a cancer survivor. She's turning 26.
Wow.
So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Katrina.
And then we have a golfer, 𝗪𝗵𝘁'𝘀. He's 55. He's a lefty.
Is he?
He's a lefty, and man, he's a funny guy. He's just he's like super serious, but he's a pretty funny guy.
I think we have astronaut stuff and NASA stuff and a lot of sports, because I don't feel like there's a lot of sports people. Maybe it's because it's just hard for me. On the 17th, Venus Williams, she's a tennis player. I know that. Actually, I did know that before he wrote it down. She turns 45.
Yep, another sports thing for you. And then we have a lot of musical though.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
On Wednesday, June the 18th, it's Blake Shelton's birthday. You know, the voice, country singer.
Yes.
Old Red, all the fun stuff. He's 49. That's crazy.
Yes, and Paul McCartney turns 83.
The great Sir Paul McCartney.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Put some respect on his name. Sir Paul McCartney, 83. And then we have Thursday, June 19th. Good Morning America. Laura Spencer is 56. 𝗪𝗲. There we go. I got it right now. 𝗪𝗲. She pronounces it differently. Unique, right?
Yes.
We have to thank our sponsors. We have Superior Overhead Doors,
615 Insurance,
Info Social Media,
Achieve Entrepreneur Center,
Hemisphere,
and Valley Growers.
Yeah.
If you can't find anything to do this weekend in Murfreesboro, you're certainly not looking hard enough, and you're definitely not watching our show. Get ready, Murfreesboro. Friday Night Live is back. Join us tonight on the historic Courthouse Square from 6:30 to 9:30 for an unforgettable night of live music with Lisa Law and the Suspects. Bring your lawn chairs or hit the dance floor and soak up the sounds, smiles, and community vibes. If you come early, you can grab dinner downtown and explore some of those local shops before the music starts.
It's a fun event. It is.
It is.
Where can you go for free and listen to great bands and live music
Right.
in a full concert setting?
Right? Also tonight, head on over to Oakland Mansion for lightning bugs and lemonade.
You like
Which we
catching
have,
lightning bugs? Take
yeah.
a mason jar.
Yeah. Bring the family for an evening of lightning bug watching. It's a buggy fun with MTSU students, live music, stargazing, and sweet treats like s'mores and lemonade. It begins at 6, goes till 9. Adults are $15, kids are $10, and you can even do a self-guided candlelight tour of Oakland Mansion.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, my mom loved when I wouldn't caught lightning bugs. I'd poke little holes in top of the jar, put the grass in there, and then at about 8 o'clock at night, she'd look up and they'd be flying around our living room. Loved it. She thought it was a great time.
Poke 2 big holes. Okay, well, for all those artists out there, tomorrow you can grab your sidewalk chalk and let your creativity shine. Join us bright and early for the Main Street Murfreesboro Sidewalk Chalk Contest during the Saturday market. I mean, you're already at the Saturday market. It's free to enter. Just bring your chalk and your imagination. They're asking no oil-based chalk, though, because it's not great for cleanup.
It needs to be easy to wash off.
Yeah, they just want to hose down. Drawing kicks off after 7:30 and wraps up by 11. The judges will go around from 11 to noon, and they'll announce the winner right after that. There's prizes for all ages, bragging rights, and a whole lot of sidewalk sunshine.
And make your art family friendly. Don't be a jerk.
Then looking for a simple and fun way to spend the day together, join us for the family picnic day at Cannonsburg Village tomorrow from 10 to 1. Pack a lunch, bring the whole crew, and enjoy exploring the historic village. We have lawn games and plenty of space to relax and play. It's free, open to all ages, no reservations are needed. You can make memories at Cannonsburg Village.
It's a beautiful place. It's awesome.
It's one of the first places we went to when we moved here. We were like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And we took family pictures there. I'm just saying.
Great place to finish prom photos. There's tons of
Yeah.
everybody. If you're local to Murfreesboro, you've had your picture taken at Cannonsburg.
Probably.
At least once for some type of event.
And then finally, get ready to dance for a cause on June 18th from 5:30 to 9 at the Longest Day Alzheimer's Showcase, brought to you by Amada Senior Care at Dance Murfreesboro. They're going to have live music from Alibi Road, tasty bites from the Alley on Main, a silent auction, amazing performances, and then a social dance to wrap it all up.
Wow, sounds like a fun time.
It
Tickets are
is.
just $50.
Yeah, $50, and it benefits the Alzheimer's Association. I don't know how to dance like they do. Maybe I need lessons.
Yeah. You break dance?
No.
I used to be a hip hop dance teacher, so I could show you
Oh,
some
my
rules.
goodness.
Well, if you don't remember what we all just talked about, or if we threw you off, with our in-between stuff. We got the links in the description below, so you can go back and check out what events that stood out to you, or if you just want to go and look through them and see where you want to go this week, check them out in our links below. Stick around. We'll be right back with Richard Fleek right after this message.
Hey there! If you're a professional who's driven, passionate about what you do, and looking to connect with other like-minded individuals, we have the perfect place. Networking for awesome people is exactly what it sounds like. A local community built for awesome professionals who want to support each other, share insights, and create meaningful connections. We're here to build a network where everyone feels welcome and empowered. If that sounds like you, we'd love to have you join our community. Find the link below and let's connect you with more awesome people.
All right, and we are back with our first guest, Richard Fleek with Minutes Wisely, and you've been on the show before.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Glad to see you. Glad to see you for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we're so grateful that you're here, Richard. And you know, you've had some events since then. We'll talk about that a little later on. But
Yes.
for right now, let's talk a little bit about Richard and what you do, just a little.
Yes. So I have a podcast myself. It's called TSP, the 𝗪𝗲𝗢𝗻𝗀 Podcast. And what I do is every Sunday evening, I sit down and I get the life stories of veterans. And early on, like the common theme was suicide. And so as we all know, the veteran suicide is rampant in this country, basically 1 an hour. And that podcast started making a little bit of money. And it kind of, that part didn't sit well with me because it wasn't my intent to profit off of these people's blood, sweat, and tears, right? So I took that money and hired a CPA and started Minutes Wisely, which is a nonprofit now that sends veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members to amazing events. It used to be solely sporting events, but I quickly realized not everybody's into sports. So
we know somebody like that.
I mean, I'll go, but
so like just for instance, this past Christmas, we sent a group of people to Brett Eldridge's Christmas concert at the Bridgestone. And so our goal is not just to get the veteran out and about, get them out of isolation, but it's also give them a premium experience. So what I mean by that, we're probably going to talk club seats, Lexus lounge access, all your drinks, all your food, everything's paid for by us.
Seats.
Correct, yeah. And the goal is that they don't touch their wallet the entire time. We'll cover it the entire evening.
Wow, that's amazing. That's
Yes.
what a
Warm and
good cause.
touching.
It is. And the thing is, I think it's great that it's not just sporting events. You know, a lot of causes and stuff, like they'll go buy their season passes to things and stuff. And they're like, oh, we give you tickets to this, give you tickets to that. And all you're doing is watching hockey all the time or baseball.
Right.
But it's awesome to go to a concert or a show where, like, heck, everything comes to Bridgestone. If you were into Cirque du
Yes.
Soleil, you can go watch a Cirque du Soleil show.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll even do zoos or like if you want to take your wife or your date on just a date night, hey, let us know, and we would love to hook you up.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Is there a process on how you pick those events?
Yes, so there's if you jump over to our website, there's a newsletter. You can sign up for our newsletter, and I'm trying to get the newsletter. Took like a 6-month hiatus. I had some issues, but so I try to do a weekly newsletter, and that's where you find out where all of our events are. But if you know somebody that's deserving and there's something that they really want to do, if you just reach out to us, hey, we'll try to make anything work.
Wow, that's awesome.
that is
Some was kind of like Make-A-Wish, so it's like there was something
Kinda.
or something that they wanted to
Yeah.
do. Then you can be like, yeah, we can
On
find a
local
way.
level.
Yeah, on a local level. Yeah.
Yes, yep, correct.
That's really awesome.
And the information you said to sign up for the email, is the other information on the website?
If you go to minuteswisely.org, down at the bottom, there's a form that you fill out for the newsletter, and every Monday you'll get a nice little newsletter with what's going on.
Well, you have an event coming up pretty soon, this month, right?
Yes, so like I said, I took like a 6-month hiatus, but I wanted to get back into it. So what I did was went out to Nashville Sounds. I bought 3 tables in the outfield. Like I said, everything's premium here in Minutes Wisely. So I purchased 3 tables, 4 people at each table. And our goal is to send 12. Oh, actually, my wife and I are going to attend this one. So we're going to host 10 others, veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members. at this event, the tables, I don't know if you've ever been to the National Sounds game, there's tables in the right field.
Right.
And so they're right in front. There's nobody going to be in front of you. You're right in the front row at the table. And we're going to pick up your dinner while you're there too. So
Trying to catch you out home run.
hopefully, yes.
Well, right field.
Yeah.
That you don't normally home run on the right field. You foul ball, right?
No, right field is like you can catch a home run there.
Okay.
Where we're sitting.
Yeah.
Sports.
Rachel's like,
Yeah.
I was
sports.
like righty tighty, lefty loosey. But we've gone to games, but sitting out there, there's the camaraderie at the table where not only are they going for, for themselves, so to speak, but they're also going and meeting some other veterans that might be going through something similar.
Yes, correct. That's what it's all about, is getting veterans together, because veterans don't like to talk, right? So it's our goal to let people know that, hey, you're not going through this all by yourself. There's many of us that are going through the same situations.
do you find the veterans that you work with, it is easier for them to talk to other veterans than it is just
Absolutely, yes.
a normal civilian, just out here that's not experienced anything,
Yes.
they understand.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, that's great. Bringing it in a community, and a lot of times you build lifelong relationships through that, and you build a ladder you guys can climb out of it with, and rely on each other.
Yes.
And then you have another event too on 9/11.
Yes, so we have to pay for these tickets somehow. So sometimes we have fundraisers. On 9/11, our second annual 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲 golf scramble, 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲 lost his life in Afghanistan some years ago. And I happened to meet his wife last year at Memorial Day weekend. And she lives right here in Murfreesboro. So I reached out and I asked her if I could rename my golf outing and honor his name, because it's our goal that these men and women that give their lives for our country, that their names are never forgotten. So I figured if I have 100 people every single year at a golf event, and that's 100 people every single year saying this man's name.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
Yeah.
Where's it hosted at?
This year it's going to be at, I'm not a golfer, but it's out off of 840 towards Eagleville. It's going to be a country club next year.
That place, it's on Google. Go to the Google machine.
I'm trying to think.
The flyer's on my website.
We'll have the link
It's,
in the description.
I'm at a loss right
It's
now.
That's okay. That's
We'll
all
have
right.
the link down there
That's
below.
all right. Well, I'm thinking like
We
out
will
there.
get
I'm thinking
all
like Henry
figured out.
Horton and all that stuff we were
yeah.
talking about in
No,
that
it's-
area. But I
No.
think it's further out.
Yeah, I'm going to think about it as soon as we hit the stop taping.
Yeah. Soon stop rolling.
Yes.
That's what it was.
So the golf outing event tournament, what does that look
Yeah,
like?
so-
How much is it to join?
So there's different ways that there's different costs. If you just want to golf by yourself or solo, it's $125 and we'll put you with a team, or it's $400 for a team, or it's $500 for a whole sponsorship, and that gets you a team. There's other sponsorships. This is our second one. Last year we did this. We made an amazing $9,500
Nice.
for the nonprofit.
That's fantastic.
And because it was our first time, we thought maybe we were going to get maybe 6 teams to show up. We ended up get 23 teams. And people were literally like, this is the best golf outing we've ever been to. Thank you very much. It was our first one. So
Nice.
we're looking forward to grow and grow.
Well, earlier you said been through some stuff for the last few weeks and months here. So
Yes.
I want to talk about that. You did have a surgery. It's a little public
I did.
for that. You talked about it on Facebook and
Yes.
and you tell us a little bit about how things went.
Yeah, not only is it public, it actually spawned a new podcast. So yes, I'm all about talking about it. Back in September, October timeframe, I got really sick. I had COVID. COVID turned into pneumonia. Pneumonia turned into asthma, like so bad I couldn't even breathe. And so I was in and out of the doctor's office for 2 months. And then finally, when all that cleared up, he said, "You're fine." But during all this time, looking at your blood work, I saw something. I want you to go see a urologist. I was like, what the heck? Has it ever stopped? Right. So my PSA level started to rise in that time frame. But, I just thought it was because of all the illness that I had for 2 months. It turns out, that was the case. I had prostate cancer, which I was in super denial over this. I'm like, how can I have prostate cancer, man? I have a wife, 3 kids, a granddaughter. I work 50 hours a week. I have a nonprofit. I do podcasting.
Too busy.
I just don't have time for this. And so like, it was literally like Conor McGregor kicking me in the face when the doctor was sitting there telling me that I had cancer. And then, so all the fun started, biopsies and MRIs and PET scans. And 6 weeks ago, I think it was yesterday, I had surgery to have the prostate removed. So now I'm dealing with the side effects of prostate cancer, which is, it's doable, but it's not fun. But my goal is every time I talk to somebody, especially a man, do you know what your PSA level is? Because prostate cancer is the second leading killer in men as cancers go. So, and it's silent. Like if I wasn't sick back in September, I never would have known. And this thing would have crept up on me and I would have been in trouble in a couple of years.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Yeah. So I'm not really told anybody this. My dad, he passed with cancer, and it started in prostate, and then it metastasized and spread to bone cancer. He had everything. And he went in remission with certain ones. They get rid of it, and they come back, get rid of it, and come back. And finally, it just took its toll on his body, and he passed in 2021. And it was just
terrible. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But you're right, and what you did was the right thing, Richard, in that, because my dad didn't take that option.
Yeah.
And if he would have, it would probably been different for him.
Yes. And, I was presented with a bunch of different options. Once I was found that I had cancer, whether it be surgery so I could either go talk to a surgeon or go talk to an oncologist. And I saw my mom 30 years ago. She passed away from ovarian cancer. And, I didn't want to go down that path, like God bless her. And, but I didn't want radiation and chemo and all that stuff. So I elected to just have it removed. Now, that doesn't mean it's completely gone. Tomorrow, I'll actually find out if there's any traces left. And then for 3 months for an extended period of time, I'll keep going back. So I may have to go that route one day, but for me, it was just, if I could just get it out of my body, and let's do that.
It's a very personal choice.
It was very personal for me, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and when my mom went through cancer, she never once complained or said, why me? So as soon as when the doctor said that, I'm like, I am not going to feel sorry for myself. It's not going to be about me. Yeah. So I'm going my mom's route.
Well, you're helping in every way. You're helping by your message here with that. You're helping with the minutes wisely. Like we appreciate everything you're doing and what you're giving back to veterans and what you're doing for cancer patients and letting them know, or potential just men in general, letting them know, hey, get checked. So thank you for everything you're doing, Richard.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, we do. It's a lot going on, and we'll have all the information below. And thanks for coming back.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. Well, up next, we have 𝗪𝗪𝗀's Pet of the Week. This week's Pet of the Week is brought to us by Sit Means Sit Dog Training, reliable obedience training for puppies and dogs of all ages. This week's pet comes to us from Proverbs 12:10 Animal Rescue. Meet Captain Hook. This sweet 2-month-old puppy is friendly, eager to please, and ready for his forever home. He's still working on potty training and would love someone to guide him with love and patience. Could you be the home that this little pirate is searching for?
Hey, Captain Hook is so cute. They had to give him a tough name like that.
Right.
If you're interested in adopting Captain Hook, reach out to Proverbs 12:10 Animal Rescue and make Captain Hook a part of your family. If you're interested, there's links in our description below.
And he has 4 paws. Like they didn't
paws.
call him Captain Hook because he's a 3-paw. Well, we're welcoming our second guest today, Gloria Christy. She does work at Shacklets, but she's going to talk to us about Uncle Dave Making Days that's presenting Roots Rendezvous.
Right.
Did I get it right?
Well, except my name.
Oh.
That's okay. Christy.
Christy.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I am
We'll blame the producer.
Gloria
Christy.
Christy.
The, You know, like the cookies.
Like the cookies.
Gloria Christy.
That's okay.
That's all right.
Okay.
We got it right
Thank you for
now.
rolling
Now
with it.
people will remember it.
Yeah, I'm so excited about talking to you guys today about this and the mission of Uncle Dave Making Days, Roots Rendezvous. And as This is our 47th year.
Wow.
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we were here on the square 47 years ago with a one-day banjo picking contest.
Wow.
And this is what's happened 47 years. We've watched Murfreesboro grow. We've watched Rutherford County grow. But also we have watched the music change and evolve. And that was one of the reasons why we went to more of a change of venue, change of purpose, and all of this has evolved over, particularly since COVID. The entertainment industry has been so impacted by that event, but we've reinvented, and we are all about doing things that to bring the young ones up with those traditions. And Uncle Dave would. We also bring that history.
Right.
The history of Uncle Dave Macon himself is quite fascinating.
Yeah, it really is. I'm a little bit part of that
Yeah,
history.
you
Like, we were talking about
we were
it
talking
earlier.
about that. yes.
My great great-grandfather's Papa Reed, who played with
Yeah.
Uncle Dave Macon. We helped start it all up together, It was,
Well, I might have been in. Have you seen that photo that we have in our collection at Shacklets called the Chicken Band? Have you seen that?
yeah, I think I know the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
is he in there?
I think he is in that one.
Oh, because Uncle Dave's on the end.
I think he is
and-
in that one. I have to go back and look. I can't remember, but I think I remember the photo you're talking about. What it's
Yeah, there's a fiddle
and I
player.
feel like my family has. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
my family
yeah,
has
yeah.
somewhere in.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an amazing kind of timepiece too of how if you have to close your eyes and go back 100 years and just realize what talent that grew up in this area.
Right.
It was a feeder to Nashville. Nashville was just a collection of all that, the contiguous counties of all those musicians, like your grandparents, how that was. Uncle Dave was a part of that, and we want to celebrate that, but we also want to encourage the new talent that's coming. And you see it evolve in Nashville. You see it on the Grand Ole Opry now. My son grew up with the festival and he's now a manager and a booking agent for the Cleverleys and Woodbox Heroes, which keep in mind, Woodbox Heroes is the new band. You just wait. It's coming. It's going to come.
I have to interrupt for just a second
Okay.
because we have so many new people to the area.
Yeah.
Most of the people don't even know about what Dave Macon Days is and how they can experience it. So can you give us a breakdown?
Sure. Let's go back to Cannonsburg, where we started. We started
That's
in
where
the
people are
square,
comfortable
right.
with.
Yeah,
Most
and
familiar with
they're most familiar with that, but they are also some old timers that are
Yeah.
in the square.
Bill
But-
Mr. Murphy's.
yeah, and then we go to Cannonsburg. We went to Cannonsburg in 1989.
Okay.
That was our year that we moved to Cannonsburg. And we really kind of did outgrow Cannonsburg. That was one of the reasons for changing. But also we were things were changing at Cannonsburg as well. So during COVID, we did some live streams. We did some things that with MTSU, we co-opted and did a play called Walking in Sunlight. It's the story of Uncle Dave Macon. So part of Uncle Dave Macon Days is making music. That's the education side of it.
Okay.
To go into the classroom, which, by the way, my husband, Tom Christy, was so a part of that, bringing that music to the kids in the classroom. He unfortunately passed away with an accident in November, but we are carrying on that tradition.
Yes.
And the weekend of Father's Day, we're going to be celebrating his celebration of life. So
that's great.
that is. But to go back to what we did to bring the music forward, we had to bring the community forward and also to be able to highlight the history of our area. This is an amazing history that Uncle Dave was kind of a composite character who brought the music of the 19th century through the banjo, by the way, into the 20th century. You want to remember, he's the only one that did that. You saw it in your own family. You know that. You know what that tradition was. The frailing style of banjo that he was very popular for, that came forward in rock and roll. Can you see that in how people mimicked their picking style and also blues music, everything. He wasn't the only one that did it, but it's the one we celebrate.
Right.
So we've had done that. This is 47 years we've done that. And it keeps coming, it keeps moving, it keeps changing. And boy, when you come to Roots Rendezvous, September 19th, 20th, 21st, you're going to see that young artist that's going to reinvent it.
Wonderful.
And it's going to be a celebration.
Well, wonderful. Tell us what you're looking for. You're looking for vendors right now?
Looking for
Are you
vendors.
looking for acts? Or are you just looking for
Well,
vendors?
we've got our acts.
Okay.
That's all done.
All right, good deal, good deal.
But we didn't need, we are a nonprofit organization, so we rely on sponsors. We rely on people to just donate, and because we are a nonprofit. We are only charging a parking, which is $10, and what's that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But that's why we highlight this, because we see this talent growing in our community. We want the vintage to save the actual experience for the young ones and bring it and for them to reinvent it.
Yes,
So
that's
yeah.
wonderful. Well, you brought us these
Yes.
cards that have some information, and when I asked you where they were, you said all over town.
Right. Particularly, you can come by Shacklett's. We'll be glad to have
Shacklett's.
you.
On the square when you're
at the
listening to
market.
music.
Yeah.
So definitely you can see all the different bands, get the information, scan to go to the website. Like you said, you're looking for vendors and donors, and then people to come to enjoy the
Right. And
3 days.
I'm going to pay particular attention to Habitat. We are partnering with Habitat for Humanity this time. And this is kind of a unique situation where 2 nonprofits are working together to create an event. So,
Well, you're working with Melissa. So
Yeah. So go back and watch that episode. She talks about it.
we are having so much fun with her.
Yes.
I mean, she's taught us a lot. She was with 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗏. I don't know
Oh,
if you knew
yeah.
that.
She told us that before.
Yes. So we're learning it from
Wonderful.
her.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Oh,
today.
I'm
Thanks
so
for
glad to
talking about
be
this.
here.
We'll have to have
Yes.
you back on right before Uncle Day.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, we will. I can bring buck dancers. I can bring musicians.
Hey, bring your floggers in here. We're good to go.
And we'll say your name right the first time.
Thank you,
Gloria
Gloria.
Christy,
Okay,
right?
no worries.
Well, thank you so much for being
Oh,
here.
it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on this morning.
Well, stop. Don't scroll just yet. We got more coming up right after this. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. We had a fun episode. We had great stuff.
Some serious but wonderful stuff going on.
We love Richard, and we wish him well in his journey with everything he's going through, and with Minute Wises. And come to Uncle Day Make-Ins and make sure that you sign up for being a vendor.
Right.
And next week, more events, more fun. Always the fun stuff around here.
Yes.
Crazy guests, more antics from us that drive Neil crazy.
we try real hard. We try.
And we have to thank our sponsors, Superior Overhead Doors,
615 Insurance,
and for Rural Social Media,
Achieve Entrepreneur Center,
Hemispheres Wine Bar,
and Valley Growers.
and we can't forget our Pet of the Week sponsor, Sit Mean Sit Dog Training.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, got a little homework. Go back. We say it every week. Watch some replays.
School's out, but not for you.
Well, the cool thing, we had Gloria on today. If you want to go back and watch Melissa's episode, you can learn what she was talking about with Melissa's.
With the hammer down.
Hammer down. They tie together.
Yes.
So
for
yeah,
sure.
they got a little homework to do. You tell them what they need to do, Rachel.
They need to like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. All the things. If it's social, do it.
Yeah. Or
Share, like,
you see this
comment.
through your feed, follow the page. That way you can see more things that are happening. We post things all the time.
Yes.
Like the zebra stuff. He was here that one time.
Yeah. I was calling him Zeke, but other people were calling him Ed.
Ed.
I'll
go with Marty.
Marty. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Well, we got to thank our staff. We got
Yes.
Neil, we have Maria, we have Steven, we got Tammy at this point.
Our unofficial.
Our official. And which brings us to Hemispheres Wine Bar.
Right.
Thank you so much. And from all of us here at Good Morning Murfreesboro, we wish you a great weekend.
If you're going to do it in Murfreesboro this weekend, do it right here. See you next week.